19th session of current parliament begins tomorrow. President Abdul Hamid now in Kushtia on a 2-day visit. Government completes 4 years as people votes Awami League in 2014 election, categorically says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Next general polls would be defeating one to BNP-led communal force, says Obaidul Qadir. Cold wave sweeping all over the country. Moderate cold wave may continue for a few more days. UN Security Council holds an emergency meeting. Russia and France criticize US stance. And in Wellington, New Zealand beat Pakistan by 61 runs in the first ODI by Duckworth-Lewis method. Assalamu alaikum. You're watching News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chittagong Center. I'm Nuzhat Sharmeen.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Shangit Ahmed. Those were the headlines, and now on to the rest of the news. The 19th session of the 10th Jatiya Shangshud will begin tomorrow at 4 p.m. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid summoned the session on December 20 last year. The President will deliver his speech on the first day, as this will be the first session of 2018. Officials said the duration and proceedings of the 19th session will be finalized at a meeting of the Business Advisory Committee of the Parliament earlier in the day. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid visited Shilaidaho Kutibari of Nobel laureate poet Rabindranath Tagore in Kushtia this afternoon. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid stayed some time there. Parliament member Mahbubul Alam Hanif and Abdul Rauf were present, among others. The President planted a sapling of a bokul flower at the pond side of the eye-catching Kutibari complex. He also heard a Tagore song there. Spouse of the President, Rashida Khanum, local leaders, secretaries concerned to the Bongo Bhavan accompanied the President. The President is set to address the 4th convocation of Islamic University, Bangladesh, tomorrow. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina categorically said that January 5 election of 2014 was not a voterless election like Irshad and Khaleda Zia regimes, and for that reason the government completed 4 years from its tenure. The Prime Minister was speaking at the meeting of the Awami League Central Working Committee at her official residence, Gano Bhavan, today. The Prime Minister said that as the people cast their votes in favour of Awami League, that is why the government completed 4 years. In this connection, she mentioned that Irshad had to resign in 1990 after holding the voterless election in 1988, while Khaleda Zia did the same thing after the February 15, 1996 elections. Sheikh Hasina, also the ruling Awami League chief, said that Awami League was elected by the people and it was the prime aim of the party to secure the democracy in the country. The Prime Minister said that those who step forward with al-Badrs, Razakars, killers, make them politicians and leaders, could not do anything for the development of the people. The Awami League chief mentioned that more than 28 years of the people of this country have been lost under bad rule of other parties except for Awami League. Let's make it confirmed that not a single day be wasted from the lives of the people of the country, she added. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said the next general elections will be a defeating election for the BNP-led communal forces. Obaidul Qadir said this while addressing the inaugural ceremony of a procession marking the 70th founding anniversary of Bangladesh Chhatra League BCL at the Oporajeo Bangla on Dhaka University campus today. BCL President Saifur Rahman Shohad chaired the function and the General Secretary SM Zakir Hussain conducted it, while former presidents and general secretaries of the country's largest and oldest students' organization attended the inaugural function. Obaidul Qadir, also the Minister for Road Transport and Bridges, urged the leaders and workers of BCL to take a lesson from Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's honesty and courage. Bangabandhu's daughter Sheikh Hasina, architect of Digital Bangladesh, lighthouse for endangered humanity and mother of humanity, is the role model for development and achievement of Bangladesh, he added. Earlier, the program began with the singing of the national anthem and the organization's song. Later, Obaidul Qadir inaugurated a procession by releasing pigeons and balloons. BCL leaders and workers from different educational institutions joined the procession, beating drums, holding national flags, banners and festoons. Beginning from Oporajeo Bangla, the procession marching through different streets of the city ended at Bangabandhu Avenue. A huge panoramic pyramid has been discovered after an archaeological excavation at Nateshwar under Munshiganj district. This was revealed at a press briefing by the president of the Foundation of the Archaeological Diggings and Research Project, Nuhul Alam Lenin, at Nateshwar today. Finance Minister A.M.A. Mohit was present at the press briefing as the chief guest, while Shagufta Yasmin Emily MP was present as the special guest. Finance Minister gave an assurance for allotting a fund in the next national budget to preserve all the archaeological structures of Nateshwar. Later, the visiting distinguished guests went around the archaeological site over there.
Industries Minister Amir Hossain Ammu has said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina supported the helpless and deprived disabled people by implementing multi-dimensional programs and introducing various types of allowances. Industries Minister was addressing a function of distribution of stipend to disabled students and check to the neurodevelopment of the disabled at Shodur Upojela Auditorium in Jhalokati today. Chaired by District Commissioner Mohammad Hamidul Haq, among others, District Awami League General Secretary Advocate Khan Saifullah Ponir was present on the occasion. Later, Industries Minister handed over 7,50,000 taka as financial assistance to 77 disabled people. 4-day-long Bangladesh Film Festival and Liberation War-based photo exhibition began in Kolkata yesterday. Bangladesh Information Minister Hasanul Haq Inu inaugurated the festival. Speaking at the function, Information Minister said film can be used as a tool for curbing communalism. The exhibition was organized by Information Ministry of Bangladesh at Nandon Film Center in Kolkata. Deputy High Commissioner of Bangladesh Tawfiq Hassan presided over the inaugural function. Among others, West Bengal Power and Traditional Energy Minister Shobhan Deb Chatterjee spoke on the occasion. Bangladesh High Commissioner to Delhi Syed Muazzam Ali, eminent cultural personality of Kolkata Bibhash Chatterjee, including film artists, were present. Information Minister Hasanul Haq Inu said exhibition of Bangladeshi and Indian film in cinema halls of both countries will strengthen bilateral relation. 24 films and 83 Liberation War-based photos from Bangladesh were presented at the exhibition. Weather may remain dry with temporary partly cloudy sky over the country as moderate to thick fog may occur at some places from midnight to tomorrow morning, a Met Office release said today. Mild to moderate cold wave is sweeping over Khulna, Rangpur and Rajshahi divisions and the regions of Tangail, Faridpur, Gopalganj and Srimongol, and it may continue, it added. Night temperature may fall slightly and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. At least 7 people were killed on spot and 30 others seriously injured in a tragic road accident at Dagunbhuia Upazila in Feni this afternoon. Quoting police sources, our Feni district correspondent said the accident occurred when a Chandpur-bound passenger bus coming from Chittagong collided head-on a motorbike coming from the opposite direction. The injured were admitted to the Feni Shodor Hospital.
And now on to international news. The UN Security Council held an emergency meeting on the ongoing political protests in Iran. The US called the meeting despite fierce criticism from Russia, which accused Washington of interfering in Iran's internal affairs. Russia's UN envoy Vasily Nebenzia said the demonstrations are a domestic matter, not an international security issue, warranting the attention of UN's most powerful body. Earlier, Iran's UN ambassador Gholam Ali Khosrow wrote to the Council accusing the US of meddling in its internal affairs and urging countries to condemn Washington's statements. North America's East Coast is shivering in a record-breaking freeze just a day after deadly bomb cyclone dumped snow as far as south as Florida. In parts of US and Canada, temperatures are expected to fall below -20 degrees Fahrenheit, said the National Weather Service. In Canada, high winds have knocked out power for tens of thousands of residents in Nova Scotia. Giant waves caused by the storm saw freezing floodwaters inundate parts of the New England coast. The extreme weather has so far been linked to up to 23 deaths in the US and 2 more in Canada, according to reports. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said Ankara is tired of its sluggish European Union membership process, noting that it cannot indefinitely be requesting to join the bloc. His comments came on Friday during a visit to Paris, where he held talks with his French counterpart, Emmanuel Macron. In a joint news conference, Erdogan accused the bloc of leaving Turkey waiting outside the door for decades. Macron also struck a pessimistic tone about Turkey's stalled EU bid, saying recent developments and choices do not allow any progress. The French president said, noting, however, that as France, we believe that future of Turkey and Turkish people should be in Europe.
Now back to national news. Shipping Minister Shahjahan Khan has urged the transport workers to run vehicles with caution and behave well with commuters. He made the call while addressing the triennial general meeting of Dhaka District Light Transport Workers Union and Mahanagar Naktumoncho in the capital today. Chaired by President of the organization Mohammad Altaf Hussain, Secretary Mohammad Mukhlisur Rahman also spoke in the meeting among others. Shahjahan Khan said the transport sector is a service-oriented sector and transport workers are working for the country's development. Post Telecommunications and Information Technology Minister Mustafa Jabbar has said state-owned entities must do businesses, overcoming the limitations. He said this to the reporters after paying tribute to the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, at Tungipara today. Mustafa Jabbar placed floral wreath at the mazar of the father of the nation and offered Fatiha. The minister said digital Bangladesh is now a reality and the dream will be fulfilled by 2021. Awami Jubo League chairman Omar Farooq Chaudhry has said the country would have become a Taliban and terrorist country like Afghanistan if the general election was not held on the 5th of January in 2014. He said this at a rally organized by Chandonaish and Satkonna Upajelas marking the occasion of Democracy Protection Day at Chandonaish in Chittagong today. Among others, Parliament member Nazrul Islam Chaudhry, Jubo League Presidium member Ataur Rahman Chaudhry, Organizing Secretary Badiul Alam, Chittagong South District Jubo League President AMM Tipu Sultan Chaudhry, and some local leaders also addressed the rally. Omar Farooq Chaudhry called upon every leader and worker of Jubo League to work as constant vigil to uphold the democracy and for the continued trend of development. Media Forum for Bangladesh chapter of South Korea-based non-profit international organization Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Light, HWPL, has been formed in Dhaka today. With eminent photographer Dr. Shahidul Alam as advisor, media personality Khaw Mo Harun became the convener, while Zahidul Islam of BTV News and Mohammad Saiful Islam of Boishaki TV became the joint convener of the forum. They are also the publicity ambassador of HWPL. HWPL has been founded in South Korea by Peace Ambassador Man Hee Lee with the motto of establishing peace throughout the world. Now it has 218 offices in 126 countries around the world. The non-profit organization is working for awareness building among the people through organizing peace rally, seminar, symposium, peace education and advocacy for adopting Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, DPCW.
And now on to the latest on sports. New Zealand beat Pakistan by 61 runs by Duckworth-Lewis method in the rain-interrupted first one-day match of the five-match series in Wellington. Earlier, Pakistan won the toss and sent New Zealand to bat first. The Kiwis scored 315 runs for 7 in their stipulated 50 overs. Kane Williamson scored 115 runs, while Colin Munro scored 58 runs for the team. In reply, Pakistan scored 166 runs for 6 and 30 overs, 1 ball, chasing the victory target of 316 runs. But the match stopped due to rain and New Zealand was declared winner by DL method. Farkhar Zaman was unbeaten on 682 runs for Pakistan. Williamson was adjudged man of the match. And before we end tonight's bulletin, another look at the headlines. 19th session of the current Parliament begins tomorrow. President Abdul Hamid now in Kushtia on a 2-day visit. Government completes 4 years as people vote Awami League in 2014 election categorically, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Next general polls would be defeating one to BNP-led communal force, says Ubaidul Qadir. Cold wave sweeping all over the country. Moderate cold wave may continue for the few more days. UN Security Council holds an emergency meeting. Russia and France criticize US stance. And in Wellington, New Zealand beat Pakistan by 61 runs in the first ODI by DL method.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.